Manchester United have had a questionable start to the season, claiming 6 points from a possible 12, and it's fair to say that the midfield has been a very big focal point from this failure. However, from the majority of last season, the midfield was a massive positive, with the signing of Christian Eriksen.
Hi everyone, it's Christian.
And also the departure of some Serbian combine harvester and Salon d'Or winner Paul Pogba.
New face filters on Instagram today.
Erik ten Hag has also dropped the Scottish passion merchant Scott McTominay to make way for his new signings. Except there is no passion merchant at all, as he had an illness to force him out of the travelling squad in United's biggest game at the Emirates this season, only to train with Scotland 2 days later.
The same question that I asked. It's time to go!
Now there's one player out there that I haven't mentioned yet, that he's so underrated, so dominant, so aggressive in that midfield, which in my opinion has been missing in abundance so far this season. The man who came good in the big occasions, in plenty of seasons before we sold him. And that player is Fred. Fred, the Brazilian Mosquito, joined the Reds for 47 million quid in 2018 after snatching him from rivals Man City, arguably the biggest bargain in football history. A hefty fee for the 26-year-old at the time, but he was considered in the best 10 midfielders at the time by none other than Mr. Goldbridge himself.
Who is arguably one of the top 10 midfielders in Europe at the moment.
Fucking hell! Useless!
In his first season, he made 35 appearances in all competitions, in his debut season as well. However, these were usually substitute cameos or full games in cup competitions. Which is why we won the treble that season under Jose, the Champions League, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, and didn't do frick all in the Premier League just because he never started it. In 2019, Fred started in a famous 2-1 victory over Man City, where it was destined to go at the time, at the Etihad, where Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford combined to give us the victory. This game was pivotal to look at how good Fred is. His tenacity, his short pass playing, playmaking and defensive work stood out the most to fans around the world, who came to realise what a star Man United had on their hands. 1 month later, in February 2020, Fred scored 2 goals and assisted another in United's UEFA Champions League final victory against Real Madrid at Old Trafford. What a night that was. The top scouts from all around the world were coming to Manchester to watch this gem play. In particular, Ronaldinho, Zidane and R9 came to Old Trafford on the 2nd of February 2021 to watch Fred play a full 90 minutes in Manchester United's Premier League record equalling 9-1 home win against it was 9-0 home win against Southampton. A few months after that, Fred scored the equalising goal at the 57th minute in Manchester United's Premier League game against Tottenham Hotspur, in which the Red Devils won 3-1 after Son gave them the lead. But I tell you what, we could have had 15 that day because Fred was that good. This rise to fame only gets greater for Fred. Let me take you back to the opening day of the 2021-22 season.
Here's Bruno Fernandes. Greenwood's got the pace to get goal side. Strauch. That didn't take long. Fernandes. Was it over the line? Referee said. Fernandes. Pogba. It's 5.
Manchester United 5, Leeds United 1, and what a start to the season. What a start to an absolute dogshit season. We won absolutely nothing and finished 13th or something, apart from the homecoming of one of the best players to ever live, and Fred's fantastic form towards the end of the season, scoring bangers against Leeds, Palace, Leeds again, and Leicester. Absolutely nothing happened, apart from the players giving up and Maguire doing my head in every week. If you haven't seen that video, it's a must watch.
Because I felt the lads had a high level agreement for a game.
And that leads us to last season, where Fred fan hype finally kicked in. Yes, Manchester United did have a poor start, losing 2-1 to Brighton and 4-0 to Brentford and 6-3 to City. But other than that, the season was extremely positive. Nobody mentioned the 7-up Mickey Mouse Cup from Liverpool. Just don't mention it. Erik ten Hag had mass praise for Fred come the end of the season, which saw him score vital goals against Barcelona, Nottingham Forest twice, and Reading, and end on a personal high tally for him, scoring 6 goals and getting 6 assists. But goal output wasn't his main strength, and he had many strings on a very efficient Brazilian bow. One of these strings was pocketing Kevin De Dogma at Old Trafford and not giving Frankie De Dog a sniff, which saw him get 2 nominee contenders places for man of the match in both games. And I believe that's what we've been missing so far this season. A bit of bite, a bit of personality in our midfield. Just like what Roy Keane was. He's our Brazilian Roy Keane. That was Fred. He was the anchor in the midfield. And that's what we've lost him. The man even scored an overhead kick on debut for Fenerbahce. We could have done with that at the Emirates. But anyway, that's just a theory. Even though I am factual in everything I say, it's just a theory. And that's the end of the video, guys. I've somehow turned American, I don't know why. But yeah, if you like the video, give it a massive thumbs up, like 15 times the size of the thumbs up button it usually is. And drop me a sub if you found me enjoyable. Yeah, that's it. See you later.
Fucking hell! What?